Hi, I'm Rudy Winston, and I want to welcome you to this introductory series of videos on Canon's EOS 77D. We'll explain some operations and give you information you need to work with many important settings and features this camera offers. In this first episode, though, we'll just take a broad, high-level look at the EOS 77D and its position in the Canon lineup. You might think of this camera as an advanced camera for the cost-conscious customer or for experienced SLR photographers who want control but prioritize compact size and weight as well. Make no mistake, the EOS 77D is aimed at those customers who want to step up to a versatile camera that emphasizes user control, as well as current digital SLR enthusiasts who likewise want to move into a camera that isn't designed around full auto operation. While it's very similar in size, shape, and basic design to many Canon EOS Rebel models, there are differences in the EOS 77D which clearly point towards that more advanced target audience. Perhaps no single control targets the EOS 77D at the experienced photographer or budding enthusiast more than the quick control dial on the back of the camera. Since the very first EOS 1 camera of 1989, the quick control dial has defined Canon's high-end and advanced SLR cameras. This dial gives nearly instant access to exposure compensation and adjustment when you're working in an automatic exposure mode like program or aperture priority. And if you prefer to work in the manual exposure mode, the dial gives direct adjustment of your lens aperture. With the quick control dial, the entire process of exposure control becomes a seamless operation. You can make adjustments with one hand, with the camera at your eye, even in the manual mode. This one dial transforms the entire shooting experience for the serious photographer who understands and wants to apply exposure adjustments. And rather than rely on the large color LCD monitor to continually display basic camera settings as you shoot, the EOS 77D, like our more advanced cameras, puts these settings on a smaller LCD panel on top of the camera. It uses less battery power, and for photographers who normally use the eye-level viewfinder, it's less obtrusive as well. And if you want to see the camera's settings displayed on the big LCD monitor, just press the info button. Another difference, unlike most Rebel models, this more advanced camera has a separate, dedicated AF on button on the back to make back button autofocus easier to work with. All these differences, again, speak to a camera that's aimed squarely at the user who wants more control now, or more room to potentially grow into than he or she would get with an entry-level DSLR. EOS 77D's video recording features make it a very attractive, affordable, and lightweight multimedia tool. The camera has a vari-angle LCD monitor with Canon's touchscreen interface for rapid and silent adjustments, even as you're actually recording. And it's endowed with Canon's dual-pixel Cmos autofocus technology. If you've shot video with digital SLRs that use less effective methods to autofocus, dual-pixel Cmos AF is a game changer. DSLR video with autofocus suddenly becomes an effective combination, even with moving subjects. We'll have 2 episodes in this series where we'll talk about both video shooting and using this outstanding AF system. Here's a camera with 24.2 million pixels that can shoot RAW or JPEG still images at up to 6 frames per second, and has a powerful 45-point AF system when you shoot through the viewfinder. And it shoots full HD 1080p video at up to 60 frames per second. While it has many of the same features as Canon's EOS Rebel T7i, which was introduced at the same time, the EOS 77D is really more of a camera for the photo enthusiast, or the person stepping into his or her first digital SLR who wants more than an entry-level camera. It's smaller and less expensive than our popular mid-range Canon EOS 80D model, while offering many of the same features and nearly the same shooting performance. If you thought size and weight were always an intrinsic part of a mid-range digital SLR that emphasizes user control, you'll agree that the EOS 77D is a new category of Canon EOS camera. Join us for the next episode in this video series as we go deeper into the camera's 45-point AF system for still pictures. For Canon USA, I'm Rudy Winston. Thanks for watching.